Namaste, I am Harshala and I welcome you to my channel. So this is a new one for us. Like on this channel I have always like read either romance or fantasy or romantasy. Rarely I think I have read something different. I don't even like remember at the back of my head like what I have read, at least on this channel. So this video was quite surprising for me as well, but I did, at the start of the year when I said that I will be choosing like one genre or something, like something in terms of genre or trope for each month, I was not lying. So here we are reading women characters that are so freaking unhinged that I don't know how I'm going to even summarize or review these books, but I'm going to share like my honest experience. So let me take out my stack of books. So yeah, we have all our books, and I think we should start with the shortest book, and it is called The Yellow Wallpaper. The author is Charlotte Perkins Gilman, and yeah, it is a very short story about this woman whose husband, I think, is a physician or a doctor, and like he declares her depressed, anxious, or something like mentally unstable or mentally ill, and then she has to like sit in this room, and there is this yellow wallpaper, and then she sees shadow and something on those lines. So like this is the only book whose plot like kind of I actually read online, because I was scared, because whoever have like read this book have already told me like this is like really unhinged. I didn't want to step into this video or this genre without knowing what I'm getting into. So yeah, this book I definitely knew. This book I actually saw, I think 1 year ago or 2 years ago on Pinterest. Like it was like on someone's bedside table, and I just like this book because I love the color combination. Like I'm really wearing green, and it was not planned at all. Like I had amazing day out today. Today is Women's Day, by the way, if I haven't mentioned it. So yeah, we went out to shop. Like we shopped books from Crossword, and yeah, this is The Virgin Suicides. Okay, and the author is Jeffrey. You guys read, because I am very bad at pronouncing. So I ordered again this from Amazon, and it is about like I think sisters or girls who like commit suicide, I think so. I do not know more about this plot, but as and when I read, I will obviously like tell you guys what this book is actually about. Then Bunny by Mona Awad. I think it is about some students or some girls group in some university, and I think they call each other bunnies or something on those lines. So I have no idea what the plot is about. Again, pause the video, read the plot. Whenever I will pick this book up for reading in this video, I will like tell you guys like whatever I find out about. Basically I will tell you guys in the review. And the book that I'm currently reading, like I already started reading this. I have read how many hours? Like I initially planned it to do a 24-hour reading challenge, but I'm still not well, so I don't want to like push myself into doing a 24-hour challenge at all. But yeah, I have read for 5 hours 16 minutes, and I'm very slow reader. Okay, I'm a very slow reader, and I'm reading My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Mosefek. I'm not sure if that is how the name is pronounced. So like there are 7 chapters in this book, and the main character who is like telling her story, she is like unnamed. We do not know her name. We know the name of her best friend, that is Reva or Riva, and yeah, that is all I know. I'll give you guys more information. I am on page 132. I am 47% in, and I have like put tabs for each chapter. So there are like 7 chapters only in this book, and this is what 289 pages long, so like 290 pages long book. And so far like it follows the story of this unnamed woman who is like 26 years old when the book starts, and the reason is not yet revealed, and I don't think that it is going to be revealed. And the first 4 chapters, like I'm in the middle of the 4th chapter. The first 4 chapters is, in the first chapter like she talks about her parents' death, like both her parents are dead, her best friend is toxic, her ex-boyfriend, and the only love of her life, or the only boyfriend she has ever had, Trevor, is like the most toxic person I have ever read about, like in my entire life. Like if you have seen my Folk Affair series vlog, the amount of hatred that I had for Taryn, like Trevor, is like, why do these characters name, like the characters that I hate, they start from T? Like this guy, I hated so much. Like, and the saddest part is, you know what, like guys like these exist, they exist in our real world. Okay, he's so freaking toxic. Like whenever his part comes throughout the video, I am like so freaking triggered, because I am just pushing through it, because it is not triggering me as much as I thought that it would. But one, the woman in the book, she decides to, you know, like she quits her job and like she starts going to this psychiatrist who like keeps like listening to her and prescribing her medicines as long as like she's paying the money. And like she is lying to her psychiatrist, and she's taking like n number of like medicines, like drugs, to just put her to sleep. She's like, if I sleep for 1 year, like she hibernates for 1 year, all her life problems will be solved. The book is all about like how she decides to like sleep through it. I don't know like how even the author is like thinking on those lines. I don't know like where the plot is going, but I will keep you guys updated on this book, My Year of Rest and Relaxation. I don't know if I have like literally spoken to you guys. No, I don't remember. I just remember reading it, because reading this book was like a different kind of trip. Like, I don't know what, like, I'm sorry, like, I do not generally, you know, talk such in such harsh words about, you know, someone's writing. And definitely, what they write, what people write, is not what, you know, people stand for most of the cases. But I don't know where to put this book. Like, so there is this young Columbia graduate who is like who is like who is unemployed, because she has like left her job. She's an orphan right now, like both her parents are passed away, and like she is like surviving on the inheritance that she, you know, gained from her parents. Her ex-boyfriend, who is like the biggest scum on earth, is like the only thing that I have to say about him. And her best friend is, I don't know, somewhere I felt like her best friend was not what, you know, she was, how she was talking about. I didn't find her as bad as the boyfriend. And somewhere I felt like she is like the best friend, might be the only good person in her life. And yet, like, our main character is like, she is not in a very good space, and she goes to a psychiatrist. And the psychiatrist is like another level of like crazy. Like, this book is so freaking unhinged, and there are so many things that are relatable when it comes to, you know, life, when it comes to mental health. But all in all, there is no plot. Like, the book starts and ends without a plot. It is not going anywhere, and after a point things start getting repetitive, and it is not like even interesting. Maybe 20% of the book is interesting. Apart from that, somewhere I felt like, what am I reading? I had like so much stress while reading that book. I was like, दफा हो जाए यहाँ से, नहीं चाहिए. Because if I keep reading such stuff, oh my god, like my brain is going to get fried. And then I was like nearly going in the reading slum, and I had to like stop it. I just put the book down when I knew. This book has been all over the internet. I specifically, very specifically bought it for two reasons. Okay, one, the cover. The cover is gorgeous. Two, the name. I thought that this book is like going to be something about girlhood or something like that. When they say it is unhinged, it is. Okay, this female, she like quits her job and she is like locking herself and pumping herself with so many drugs, like psychiatric drugs, not like the other kind of drugs. I don't know what are they called, like these are like medicines that a psychiatrist prescribes her. But this female has been like lying to her psychiatrist. Like that is the most unhinged relationship that you can have with your psychiatrist. Like way way to fuck up your own life. And half the time I was like, what the hell is even the psychiatrist doing? There is like this one thing that happens at the end of the book, like last 3 pages, but somewhere I don't remember like if I have marked it. No, I have not written in this book. I just have 3 tabs in this book, and somewhere I knew this was gonna happen, because they have like specifically they had mentioned about a particular place. I do not want to, if you want to go ahead and read this book, I am not like giving away any spoilers. There is this specific location mentioned very specifically, and then the year is also very specifically mentioned, and the author might have thought that it might be clever, but no, I actually guessed it. I knew what was gonna happen at the end of the book. Like I definitely knew कि ये book ऐसे ही ख़त्म होगा, इस event में ही ख़त्म होगा, इस event के वजह से ही ख़त्म होगा. आगे कुछ होगा या नहीं, I do not know, but I knew like that one event was where this book was headed. If you ask me to rate this book, I'll like give it a 2 star, not more than that. It is not worth your time. I will like be very honest. Like the internet is divided. Either people like love this book. This book is like called holy grail of that girl era, bad girl era. All the girls should read this book. Girl, please skip it if you can. I do not want you to traumatize yourself. And it is not like कि यार ट्रॉमा भी अच्छा है. इट इज़ लाइक भय, लाइक कुछ भी नहीं है. लाइक दिस बुक इज़ सो पॉइंटलेस. You can like save yourself, like save 400 rupees, save your time, like whatever 8 to 11 hours you will spend reading this book, and save yourself from this torture. That is like all I have to say about this book. I have like no other words. Like what can I even say? No, I have no other words. I don't even want to justify it. This book is so not worth it. It is like definitely a overhyped book. Only 20% of this book is relatable. So I don't know what that girl or what people like about this book. If you have a lot of time, go ahead and waste it. But count me out of the club. Yeah, I don't mind. Next, the book that I picked up was Bunny by Mona Awad. When I did a haul about this video, like my very first book haul, I was like, ew, Bunny, and this book, oh my god. Let me like just give you out, let me read the blurb, because I don't want to spoil this book for you. Like this is like one of the best books that I have read this year so far. Okay, so Bunny is about I'll tell you guys the tropes. This one is like so perfect for dark academia. Basically, Samantha is in I think masters of some writing program, and there are like four more girls, so total 5 of them are there in that batch, in that class. I think it is about writing, and she's like left out, and she does feel kind of lonely. The other 4 girls are like best of friends, and they call each other bunnies. She has this guy who she had like kind of a crush on, who is her professor. No, not professor. He was like kind of in charge, program in charge, or something on those lines. Then she has another guy who is a poet, who is her friend. And then she has another girl who is a friend. I forgot her name. Wait, the friend's name is Ava. And she was in some kind of program in her university itself, and that is where they met. But then she kind of like leaves the program, or like she rebels kind of. And yeah, this is like a proper dark academia with kind of, I don't want to give away the second row because then it might, spoil. But what I have to say is that, there is a lot of gore happening. Like, this book has been such a like wild ride. Like, I did not expect this out of this book. Okay, this has like surpassed all my expectations and has surprised me so very well, like so very well. I absolutely love this book. Like, I would like give my own kidney to read this book for the first time, because now I know what this book is about. And after reading this book, I went on Reddit and I will share the link in the description box below to that Reddit thread. Oh my god, that was like such an eye opener. Like, there are so many perspectives from where you can look at this book. And let me tell you guys, like, somewhere how I read this book, while reading this book, I somewhere knew that what the main character was saying was not that reliable. Maybe our main character is not that reliable, is what I want to say. So do not trust everything that she says. And when I say this, nothing has been spoiled. So yeah, Bunny, I'll give it a nice 4.5 star. And it is such an amazing book. Like, for me, it is a very well written book. And I think after Hotel Magnifique, this is the only book that I like in 3 months in 2024. And I just have 2 books that I really like. So yeah, and I have read like more than like 60 books so far. So that is like saying something. Keep talking about one more thing about Bunny. When they say unhinged book, it is like the main female character is so freaking unhinged. And after you complete, like, finish reading the book, okay, do not spoil this book. Like, do not spoil Bunny for yourself. I'm like warning you guys, because it is genuinely a very good book. And after reading that, if you want to analyze the book, if you want to understand what happens, what that whole book is about, because it is not something that everyone has like the mind to analyze and understand, go ahead and click on the link only after you have finished reading the book. Do not spoil this book for you. The Virgin Suicides, I actually obviously I have the physical copy. So while I was reading, I was actually, after reading Bunny, my mind was like so shaken. I wanted like help. So I actually found an audiobook on Audible for the Virgin Suicides, and it was free. So I was like really happy. I have an Audible subscription. So talking about the Virgin Suicide, so basically there are 5 sisters, I think, or 4 sisters. 5 sisters. There are 5 sisters, Lisbon sisters, and their mother is like they are into like Christianity, and they are like their mother is like very religious, and the father is a English, no, I think a math professor, like some subject he teaches. And the girls are like they are teenagers, and they are like kind of caged in their own family, and things, a lot of things happen. And the entire like book is told from the perspectives of their neighbors, who are boys, who are like lusting after them. So somewhere I was kind of disappointed at the end of the book, because I did not go ahead with, like, I did not read the blurb. I just directly started reading. One thing I wanted to mention, just give me a moment, like, sun is about to set. Yeah, one thing that I definitely like want to mention is that I absolutely love this cover. Like, this is so gorgeous. Like, I did not know what this book was all about. On Pinterest I found this cover, and I think I said that in my intro, because I am in so awe of this cover. Like, pink and green is like my favorite combination. If you cannot make out, like, my ditto is also in green color. Like, I absolutely love green, and add pink to the combination, like, you are all set. Yeah, that being said, this book, the book is very well written, the story is well written, but somewhere my own expectations, like, I had different expectations. I thought that the book might give us the 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 questions that I had while reading this book. But in the end, I did not find the answer to any of the questions that I had. Like, the book ended where it started. Okay. And I don't know what to make of it. Like, there is no, like, the book is very interesting, it will keep you hooked, but somewhere I am like disappointed, because till the, like, after reading this book, you do not know what happened in the book, if that makes sense. Like, there are many questions that are answered, okay, but in the end, the book is not from the point of view of any of the sisters, it is from the point of view of the guys. And like I said about Bunny, I don't think that this, like, the virgin suicides is also like the characters that are like telling us the story are reliable. I do not think, like, yeah, how can random boys who have like not even spoken or maybe spent more time with the sisters tell us what the truth was, and in the end we do not get that truth. So yeah, that is what happened. But if, like, there is one character that I absolutely hate, it has to be the mother from the virgin suicides. I absolutely hate her. Like, I don't know, like, if it is right or wrong to blame. And I hope I have not, like, after reading this book, I have not researched, because I do not have the heart to know if, like, this is based on a true story or not. But no, I cannot, like, do that to myself. But I absolutely hate the mother, and somewhere I feel like if the mother was different, the girls would have been alive, there would have not been any suicide. But talking about the ratings, I'll give it a good 3 star, not more than that, because somewhere I had more expectations from the virgin suicides. Okay, the last book that I read was The Yellow Wallpaper. It is the shortest book that I have ever read. It is like, if you can see, the font is like this big, and it has like only 27 pages. Like, if with the shorter font, it won't be like more than 15 pages. And yeah, the Yellow Wallpaper is written by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. Nothing has made me as scared as reading this book. I do not read mystery thriller. You guys know, like, you guys must have known my patterns. Like, I am like a big time fattu. I cannot read mystery thriller. Forget like paranormal or any kind of that shit. Like, no, I cannot. Like, मेरी बहुत फटती है. I do not even watch horror without my own daughter. Okay, I need the help of my daughter, like safety of my daughter, to watch paranormal. So I am not a brave heart. But this book, I was like, I am gonna DNF it in between. मुझे ऐसे लगा कि अब नहीं. And you cannot like read. It is like a personal opinion. Okay, I cannot read this book in night. So I actually like dropped this book, and then I picked it up in night, and in the morning. And oh my god, this book, I think one of the masterpieces that I have read. I just cannot rate a classic book, but I have to say that definitely go ahead and read it. I am sure like this will be available on Kindle Unlimited. Go search for The Yellow Wallpaper. This book, it costed me 100 rupees for 25 pages, which I do not find worth it. I was hoping for some kind of something when it comes to this book, but it is not a very nice book. I'm not talking about the writing, I'm talking about the print quality of the book. Please don't come at me. It is by Senage Publishing, but if you can go for Penguin India, because I think that the quality will be much better. The quality of this book from Amazon is not worth it. Yeah, but this book is like, if there is like one book from this entire lot, no, I'll have to say, if there are 2 books from this entire lot that you have to read, make these 2: The Yellow Wallpaper and Bunny. Like, so freaking worth it. Oh my god, I had the time of my life, and it was like a very different experience, because I haven't, like, you guys know, I am more into dark romance and fantasy nowadays. Like, fantasy is even something that is really new. Dark romance is like where the heart lies, but this was like a very different kind of experience, and it was a very pleasant experience. Somewhere I thought that I won't be able to read. Okay, I thought that I would get bored, because it is not my kind of book, not my kind of genre. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. Even my year of rest and relaxation. Even though I did not enjoy the book so much, the experience of reading something different, reading a different genre, was very nice. And yeah, I did enjoy the entire experience. So yeah, these are the books that I read. And if you guys like this video, please let me know in the comments below which book you have read, or what are more suggestions for this unhinged, female characters, or unhinged books that you have read, like best of best. And yeah, make sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and follow me on Instagram. I will see you in my next video. Until next time, stay flawsome.